The rain battered the windows of the old Victorian house, a relentless drumbeat that matched the pounding in Lila's chest. She'd inherited the crumbling estate from her grandmother, a woman she barely knew, along with a single instruction: never look in the mirror at midnight. Lila, a pragmatic 32-year-old graphic designer, had dismissed it as superstitious nonsense. But tonight, on this moonless October night, the warning gnawed at her. The antique mirror stood in the attic, draped in a dusty velvet cloth. It was massive, its ornate silver frame carved with serpentine figures that seemed to writhe in the dim light of her flashlight. Lila had found it while sorting through her grandmother's belongings. Boxes of yellowed letters, moth-eaten dresses, and cryptic journals filled with warnings about the glass. Curiosity, that old betrayer, had led her here. She pulled the cloth away, revealing the mirror's flawless surface. Her reflection stared back, tired eyes, dark hair in a messy bun, her oversized sweater hanging loosely. Nothing unusual. She glanced at her phone. 11:58 p.m., 2 minutes to midnight. She waited, half expecting nothing, half hoping for something. The air grew heavy, the attic's shadows deepening. At exactly midnight, the mirror shimmered. Lila's reflection blinked, but she hadn't. Her doppelganger smiled, a slow, predatory grin that sent ice down Lila's spine. Then it stepped out of the mirror. Lila stumbled back, her flashlight clattering to the floor. The figure was her, down to the frayed hem of her sweater. But its eyes were wrong. Black, endless, like twin voids. "You dream," it whispered, its voice a distorted echo of her own. "I act." Before Lila could scream, the figure vanished into the shadows. She stood frozen, her breath ragged, until the attic door creaked open downstairs. She ran, heart hammering, and locked herself in her bedroom, convincing herself it was a hallucination. Stress, grief, anything but real. That night she dreamed of blood, a man in a dimly lit alley, his face unfamiliar, pleading as her dream hands, plunged a knife into his chest. She felt the blade's resistance, the warmth of blood, the man's final gasp. She woke screaming, her sheets soaked in sweat. The clock read 3 a.m. Her phone buzzed with a news alert. Local man found, stabbed in alley. Police baffled. Lila's stomach churned. The victim's face in the article matched her dream. She hadn't left the house. She couldn't have done it, could she? The next day, she avoided the attic, but the mirror's pull was magnetic. She researched her grandmother's journals, finding references to the midnight mirror, a cursed artifact that bound itself to a dreamer's mind, turning their nightmares into reality. "It feeds on guilt," one entry read. "It becomes you." Lila's grandmother had burned her own dreams to ash, locking the mirror away. But Lila had looked. She'd awakened it. That night she tried to stay awake, downing coffee, pacing her room. But sleep claimed her, and another dream came. A woman in a parking garage, her screams cut short by a garrote around her throat. Lila's hands pulled the wire tight. She woke to another news alert. Second murder shocks city. The details matched her dream exactly. Lila's mind fractured. Was she sleepwalking? Was she the killer? She barricaded the attic door, but at midnight she heard footsteps. Her reflection stood in her bedroom doorway, blood dripping from its hands. "You can't stop me," it said. "You dream, I kill." Desperate, Lila turned to the journals. One entry mentioned a ritual to trap the mirror's entity. Blood, salt, and a confession of guilt at midnight. But whose guilt? Lila hadn't killed anyone. Yet the dreams felt like hers, the guilt heavier with each death. She wondered if her grandmother had faced the same horror. The journals hinted at a family secret, a betrayal Lila's grandmother had buried. Had she killed someone? Was the mirror her punishment, now passed to Lila? With no time to unravel the past, Lila prepared the ritual. She poured a circle of salt around the mirror, pricked her finger, and let blood drip onto the glass. As midnight struck, she faced her reflection. "I'm not guilty," she said, her voice trembling. The doppelganger laughed, its form flickering. "You carry her sin," it hissed. "Your blood knows." Lila's mind raced. Her grandmother's betrayal, had it been murder? The mirror fed on guilt, and Lila, as her heir, was its conduit. She had to confess, not for herself, but for her grandmother. "I confess," she shouted, "for her crimes, whatever they were." The mirror pulsed, the attic shaking. Her reflection screamed, clawing at the glass as it was pulled back inside, the surface rippling like water. The mirror went still. Lila collapsed, sobbing, the weight of inherited guilt lifting. The next night, she dreamed of nothing. No murders followed, but she never looked in the mirror again, locking it in the attic with a new warning. Never dream at midnight.